Carolina.
Nice to meet you, Daniel.
Yes. Do you mind if I use my laptop?
Go ahead,
for a
no
couple
problem.
minutes? How are you doing today?
Good. You?
Good, thank you. I understand we only have 15 minutes, correct?
Yes, I'm kind of in a rush. I've been having a hard day, so yeah.
Well, I do want to make things easier for you, overall, so shouldn't be too big of a problem. Okay. So you are with Miami Creative Events, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And what are some issues you have with the company and
So let
sales?
me start by first telling you a little bit about the company so you understand us, and then we can talk about the issues. So, as you know, we work in marketing and production. We currently, last year, we made $25 million in revenue. We have about 70 employees right now in the company. One of the problems we have is that in 2015 we lost two of our big clients, which represent like a $1 million in revenue a year. We do everything from golf tournaments. We sometimes dove into like wedding planning and all that. We did event planning for huge corporations. We set up lunches for them. A little more that might help you understand our company. Last year we made $25 million in revenue. We're currently, of what I can think from our competitors, we're the biggest one. I haven't seen any bigger one than us. The only problem we're currently having right now is that this year, 2015, we actually lost two of our biggest clients, which represents $1 million in our revenue. And that's been really hard for us because we're losing salespeople, and these people are losing the trust in us, and we cannot start going down this path because we're gonna lose more and more clients, right? So we're as a company, we've been looking to something for someone to help us in the sense of getting more in the trends that are happening now in the industry. When I've asked friends around that are in the same industry, and they tell me the new trends are like social media. There's something called the CRM, which is a customer relationship management as well, and all these people that we were getting, the salespeople that we're getting, they're not training any of this. So it's pretty hard for us because we spend a lot of money on them, we train them, and then we find out that 2 months later they leave the company. So our turnover rate is huge.
Right. Okay, so from what I understand, you've been in the business for 25 years, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with it. I know you worked with Miami Hot Basketball, with that organization.
Yes, funny you mentioned it. They're actually very good friends with us. We team up with them and with, it's funny, Miami Heat Basketball, and we make events. The players from the Miami Heat come, and we arrange like lunches from them and all this good stuff for like networking and everything.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of them. Okay, but back to the issues that you've been facing. I know you mentioned social media. You want to get more into it.
Yes, because I've heard from my colleagues that it's being a huge trend. So yeah, I think it would help my company.
Okay, well, our kids, they're college students, so they're more than comfortable with Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media outlets, basically. You also have a huge advantage with that because since you are working with such a large organization, bringing in younger students and having them link in with those organizations, it's like skyrocketing, basically. It's a huge way to promote Miami Creative Events. So
awesome.
That's one aspect. We can definitely help you out with that. Like I said, more than comfortable. And as well, they are trained in customer relations management, as you mentioned. Saves you a bunch of money throughout the year.
Okay.
You wouldn't have to train them as thoroughly, basically.
What software do you guys use when you train your students?
We use Salesforce.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, because we also use Salesforce in our company, so we would save that money. That's
Exactly.
Awesome.
That's basically a whole week off of training off the bat.
Okay.
And I do understand also you lost 2 clients last year.
Yes, we did, and like I told you, they represent $1 million, so that's huge for us. It was like 20% of the revenue in the company. So yeah, it's been a tough year to start on.
Since we do work with a lot of sponsors and we do competitions, our students are very prepared in working with big companies.
Okay.
We can easily double what you lost, basically, is what I'm saying.
Awesome.
If you were interested in sponsoring us, and then your revenue would be more than 25 million. as you can see in the brochure, there's just a couple of facts here. We do also offer regular courses for our students, business students in general, so they can be better prepared. Even within those classes, they do mock sales calls.
Mhm.
They learn about prospecting, all of that, which again saves you money, saves you time within the training
Okay, that sounds awesome.
program. Basically what we do, we make sure that we train our sales students, not technically only sales students, just business and usual, we target different areas, to better be prepared for the world. You may not know this, but 50% of business students do end up in a sales job. So we want to make sure that they're well equipped, and about 43.5 of those students actually get offered jobs, and 90% come directly from the sales society. So
Awesome.
they're pretty well trained.
Awesome.
We do partner with a couple of large corporations.
Mhm.
So, and it's not just one specific type of corporations. We have AT&T, we have ADP, we have a whole bunch that are actually right behind here. If you want to take a look, I brought a brochure.
Awesome.
So they really end up being well-rounded.
Nice, nice. It actually sounds really good because we currently are having a huge turnover problem in our company, in which salespeople come in and they stay for 2 months. They're not prepared to be in the sales world because, as you know, you travel a lot, you talk to a lot of people. Some people cannot take rejection and they just leave. They fall under pressure. So we're having that problem. Another problem we're having as well in the company is that it's hard for us to find bilingual people. So from what I know, you guys are located in Miami,
Right.
and it's a pretty huge melting pot here in Miami. So
Yeah.
maybe it would be easier for me to find some good candidates from you guys here in Miami from FIU.
Well, as I said, we do target business students in general. So most people do start off in sales. This is in concern with your turnover rates. They start off in sales, but let's say they end up having a degree in marketing. They're able to build that ladder and grow within the company, stay there longer, and it's less stress on your company as a
Right.
whole.
Right.
And of course, we do several competitions, a lot of which are bilingual competitions, and
Mhm.
different countries come and we do compete with them.
Okay.
So they're trained on different types of Spanish,
Okay.
different languages in general.
Awesome, awesome. And tell me a little bit, what do you guys do with these companies? Do they sponsor your program and then you guys send them interns or full-time employees? How does it work?
They sponsor us. That's how we're able to go to these competitions and just promote the society as a whole.
Okay.
And then we do offer internships, some paid. So it's a good opportunity for both companies to get a gist of what the sales society does.
Okay.
And then eventually a lot of our sponsors offer our students
Full-time
full-time
employees.
employment.
Okay, okay. Let me see here.
And we do train in customer relationship management, so we use software such
Awesome.
as Salesforce. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Yes, we actually use Salesforce in our
So,
company.
right, it cuts down a lot of time with training once they're hired.
Wow, wow, that's awesome. And what do you guys look like? What amount of money would you guys need in the sales society in order to be a promoter for you guys?
Well, it's all dependent on how big of a promoter you want to be. Of course, it's with your budget.
Uh-huh.
We do take that into consideration.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and see maybe another meeting, I can set up
All the paperwork you need.
right, all the paperwork,
Okay.
and we can let you know. We do offer payment plans or annual fees, however which way you'd like to do it.
Okay. And the trade-off would be that I give you guys money,
Right.
and then with that money I give you guys, we get some prospects,
Benefit,
right?
correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
That's awesome. That sounds
Interns,
really
potential
good.
clients, and sales. Also, you get promotion within. When we go to those competitions, they see who our sponsors are,
Mhm.
and they take note, according to our accolades, how well we're doing, which shows to be extremely well.
Well, that's awesome. So since I'm in a little rush right now, when
Right.
would you want to meet again to discuss about the pricing, and we could just go ahead and close at that meeting?
I'm open next week whenever you're available. I'd be more than happy to.
Let's do Wednesday next week.
That's fine.
Okay.
Afternoon?
2 p.m.
Okay.
works.
Alright, website, and I'll just send you an email recapping what we spoke about and all of the benefits that offer you and the Sales Society, and that way you get just a thorough analysis of what we spoke about today.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you so
Carolina.
much for your time. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks.
Just-
So.